is the Bitcoin halving under 5 minutes? So a lot of you guys have been asking and saying, the halving is coming up. What is the Bitcoin halving? What exactly is happening? What does it mean for crypto? What does it mean for Bitcoin as a whole? Where is this going? Is this bullish? Is this bearish? Are we going to see Bitcoin pump? Are we going to see Bitcoin dump? Is Bitcoin going to go to all-time highs? When is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? And that's about it. So we're going to be diving into what is the Bitcoin halving real quick. Now, a lot of people, think that the Bitcoin halving means that it becomes a stock split, like a stock split. Okay, so that's not necessarily what is happening. This is not really a stock split. A Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years, and that's when the Bitcoin block reward gets cut up in half. Okay, so before the block reward was 6.25, and now it is currently gonna be dropped to 3.125. And you guys can see right here that on the Bitcoin blockchain, Bitcoin initial reward was 50 Bitcoin. I believe that was every 10 minutes. And you guys can see right here, it is up to 6.25. The next block reward will be 3.125. And of course, 4 years later, it will be half of that, which will be close or a little bit over to 1.5. Okay. Now, why was this done exactly? Well, they want to make sure that, it's not really highly inflated, and they also need miners to essentially secure the network. Okay, so obviously it's gonna take over 200 years before this thing gets fully mined, which is obviously very, very, very important. Now, why and how the Bitcoin halving could affect the network security? Well, after the block reward drops to 3.125, miners could power down their less efficient machines. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, for little machines or small machines that aren't mining high terahash, it might be not worth it anymore for the miners or for the little machines or maybe retail miners, right? So they might be cutting down their reward or cutting down their power. And of course, it is estimated that 51% of the hashing power within the protocol architecture may be vulnerable to attacks. So obviously this could be fun in my opinion. I think that there's still going to be a lot of miners. I think Bitcoin is still bullish overall, but this is what CoinDesk is saying, of course. So we're gonna have to see what happens. But according to some history, guys, you can see right here that every halving, after a couple of months, we essentially went parabolic. So this was the first halving right here in 2013, and that's when Bitcoin went from 50 Bitcoin to 25. Fast forward, it exploded to the moon. That's when Bitcoin went from like $12 all the way up to $1,000 all time high before entering another bear market and peaking right here at 150 and exploding again right here. Fast forward to 2016. This is what triggered another bull cycle when the futures came out. That was, of course, a lot of FOMO, a lot of, it was pretty much a disaster. That's when a lot of people start to know about Bitcoin, when it went all the way to as high as, I believe, what was it, 17 or $19,000. And coming back down right here, you guys know that the halving went from 25 Bitcoin to 12.5. Of course, went all the way up, entered a bear market. Another halving happened about 4 years ago. From 12 and a half, we went to 6.25. And of course, after that, that's when we entered another cycle. And guess what happened, guys, before the halving? We saw this nice little dump right here. So this dump that you're seeing right now on the daily time frame, or on the 4 hour time, it's not even a dump in my opinion, but a lot of people are calling this a dump. I guess this dump that you're seeing right here, I think that it could be the same thing that we saw right here, and of course right here. So these dumps are normal in my opinion. Right now Bitcoin is, I believe, in a buy. This is a signal. The signal is to buy, so still pretty cheap. According to this chart, we should be topped up, going up to the freaking moon in my opinion. I mean, we're looking right here at an all-time high of $532,000. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We know that in the rainbow chart we are coming and making lower highs right here. So Bitcoin did peak out right above the red, and then it peaked up at the red and then at the orange. So maybe we're looking at the yellow right now, or max the orange. So maybe $242,000. We're gonna have to see. But of course, assuming we do stay in the purple, we could actually still grow to as high as 134 to $240,000 by 2027. So of course, holding Bitcoin right now is still pretty bullish. But guys, we know what happens after the halving. Boom, we usually explode. And of course, this halving will be cut off from 6.25 all the way to 3.125. And of course, 4 years later in 2028, we should see a halving at 1 Bitcoin or 1.2 Bitcoin per 10 minutes. So the countdown is happening, guys, in 15 days, 23 hours, and 9 minutes. So obviously, a lot of people are very bullish on that. A lot of people are very bearish on that. $66,000 is the rate of the Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is looking pretty good. Well, not looking so good, actually. We are making right here lower highs, which is obviously a bearish pattern. You guys can see right here. We're making, is it higher lows or lower highs? Anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. We're seeing low, yeah, it's lower highs right here, and pretty much this is a bearish pattern. I mean, can this be a descending triangle? Maybe, maybe not. We're gonna have to see what happens if the pattern, if we end up breaking to the downside or to the upside. Definitely keep an eye on this resistance right here, sitting, I guess, at $68,000, $70,000. And of course, this support right here sitting at $61,800, $61,500. Definitely a level you want to be essentially looking forward to. So that is my video, guys, on the Bitcoin halving. Another thing that I do want to talk about is this pre-sale, guys. The Doge 20 launches on Doge Day. This is pretty much your last chance to buy, and in 16 days. You pretty much have a few days to claim, or a little bit more than a few days. I'm not gonna exaggerate. You got 16 days to essentially buy this thing. You could buy with Ethereum, BNB, or USDT, fiat as well. They raised over $10 million, so of course that is up to you at the end of the day. If you guys liked this video, of course don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys